another podcast today, and it has been such an eventful week for me. So I got two people calling in today, and so obviously it's going to be a shorter podcast today because I do have some things I have to do later at 12:30, which is about in 30 minutes. But in the meantime, the 30 minutes I could cover a lot of things during this podcast. So obviously, first thing first, the Rockies are finally winning some games, which is somewhat great right now. The Rockies winning some games right now, so obviously, with the Rockies winning the games, obviously they're not probably going to make the playoffs anyway. So, the Rockies, I think, could obviously it could be improvement for next year. So, with the Rockies winning their games at home, it's great to see them winning at home every once in a while. I've been to 8 games so far this year. I'm gonna try and get to 10 games this year. Obviously, I'm rooting for the White Sox and the Cubs right now. I'm hopping on that bandwagon. I'm sorry, I'm a bandwagon, but I hope they win they get into the playoffs. So, with that, I have my friend Michaela calling in back in Chicago. One of my friends back in Chicago that is a White Sox fan, also a Cubs fan, but she lives on the South Side, so she is a White Sox fan. So I got Michaela calling in here on my AirPod here, right here. So I will let you know what she is saying inside my ear right now. And basically, I am a White Sox fan. I have been to one White Sox game this year when I went back in May for the drag races back in May. So yeah, Michaela, what is up? I hope your day is going well. Yes, my day is going well. Yep, just woke up at 10:30 ish. So obviously, welcome to the podcast for second or third time. So I hope you you know what the White Sox are doing. They're similar to the Rockies. They win at home, and they are good at winning at home. But on the road, they actually, after the break there, they took 2 out of 3 against the Braves, and then against the Mets, they won one against the Mets, and they're playing one today later on. And I want to hear your opinion on the White Sox. Obviously, they're 8 games out of first place. Also, the Cubs are sort of in a similar same position. Also, so, well, what team has a better chance in making the playoffs? Yeah, they do have good star players. Yes, yes. What Michaela was saying, guys, is she has the White Sox have great star players. They have Luis Robert. They got rid of Abreu last year. They have Liam Hendricks. They have Dylan Cease. They have really great pitching, better than the Rockies, in my opinion. So obviously, you had great star players. Also, Luis Robert Jr. was also competing in yes, thank you, Michaela, the home run derby. So he made it to the semifinal round. He has close to 30 home runs this year, so he's a very good all-star player for the White Sox, and he has been there for about 2 or 3 years now. So, yeah, 31 home runs. Yep. Okay. Yep. Michaela's just said 31 home runs he has, and he has 51 RBIs. Yep. And so can't obviously, I was trying to get back to Chicago this past weekend because I lost sadly a good friend of mine back there. So yeah, it was hard this past week or so. So I've been just trying to help myself, and so yeah, he was a good friend, and he always liked the White Sox. I went to the game with him back in May, and he was fun to go to the games with and go plane spotting with, but airfare was so expensive this week. For this week and next week, it was $800 plus, and I just had to break the news to most of my friends back in Chicago that I couldn't come, but I'd attend it virtual. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna miss him for sure, and I promised him one day that the White Sox and the Rockies would be in the World Series one day, So whenever that happens, either in the next 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, I will go see that World Series for him. So yeah, Michaela. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for joining the podcast today. I will put you in a description below, and yeah. All right, have a great day. Thank you, Michaela. Anyways, back to me now. Obviously, my day has been going great, and obviously, next topic I'm going to is racing. I love racing. Racing. I talk about it almost every day with my friends. I had to bring it up or something. It's just in my blood. And so obviously racing, so fun. Formula One, NASCAR, drag racing, any kind of racing. I love to watch it. First off, I went to the Mile High Nationals Friday and Saturday. I went with my dad and my girlfriend on Friday, and then on Sunday, I went with all of my family, and then I went to meet up with my good friend Ian. So it was pretty hot on Sunday in the morning, so I had to stay hydrated. I probably had a good 5-6 bottles of water that day. So yeah, it was a very hot day. It was some great racing that day, and obviously I hope that there is more racing, either if it's NASCAR or IndyCar or drag racing. I hope there's drag racing more than anything back in the Mile High State, not the Mile High State, the Mile High City, in the Centennial State of Colorado. So yeah, I just hope there's more racing in Colorado. So obviously in 2025 there are rumors about building a track out by the airport, either if that's a drag strip or a drag strip in a NASCAR track. Obviously, there's rumors out there, but there will be racing in 2025. Next year is there's really not really any chance since the property got bought out by supposedly Amazon bought it because they want to build warehouses and stuff there. So yeah, hope that there is more racing. And then back to NASCAR. I actually got to watch the race on Monday. I was just gonna say yesterday. This week has been flying by so fast, but I got to watch a race Monday. Just chill out. I woke up at 10 a.m., 10:30. I don't know, but it was a few days ago. I woke up, went downstairs. It was already 50 laps into the NASCAR race, and I was like, "Oh my god, it is gonna be I guess I gotta watch it for the next 2.5 hours." But I just like getting out of bed and then NASCAR race for 2 hours, and I just go to the pool. So yeah, it's just fun like that. So I'm glad the NASCAR race sort of got moved to Monday because it got rained out on Sunday. So I'm glad I got to do something for most of the day on Monday. So yeah, and then over the past 2 days I've been working a lot, and yeah, I've been trying lost of words right now. I've been just trying to just manage. I haven't really hung out with my closer friends, like my friend Mahir I know of, my friend Royal, my friend Jonas. I haven't seen them in like ever since like June or something like that, or early July. So I haven't really seen them in a long time. Hung out with Royal yesterday at the pool. So yeah, can't wait to hang out with some more today. Later today, got the days off of work until Saturday. So I'm just trying to manage work and school over these. Just trying to get a lot of work hours in over these next few weeks and manage times with friends more. And obviously, my girlfriend is very important to me, and I love her so much. And I try and hang out with her once or twice a week, either if I go visit her or she comes down to visit me. So yeah. And then obviously school starts back up in August, so I'm just trying to find the right amount of work, friends, and then school will start back in August. So I'm just trying to find the right amount of work that could work with my also school schedule also, like managing homework if I have extra homework or anything like that. So yeah, it will be eventful next few weeks or so, busy next few weeks. These last few weeks were pretty chill, I gotta say, just work and wake up. Sorry, my dog is here. If you could hear her in the background, she has wandered over here in the past, but she's just laying on a racing um flag, not a towel. I was gonna call it a towel, but it's a flag. So, anyways, she's just probably just gonna lay over there. And I was talking about NASCAR. Martin Truex Jr., my man, won in New Hampshire, got the job done in New Hampshire. So good job, congratulations to him. He has 3 wins on the season. And if I were to bet right now what the top 4 would be for the championship right now, people, fans, and everybody is like, oh my God, Chase Elliott is going to make a run for the playoffs and do anything he can to get himself into the playoffs. He got to win a race. He's 60 points below the cutoff line. And it's like, guys, he ain't going to win a race this year. You know that. And what I saw him do to Denny Hamlin, just intentionally wrecking him, and like a 20G impact, which was actually 18 Gs, but it looked fucking horrific. Sorry for my language there, but the wreck was fucking insane. And so obviously he was only parked for 1 race. He went down to Cancun, Mexico. So he isn't really a favorite driver of mine. So my final 4 would be William Byron, Ross Chastain, Martin Truex, and I want to say Christopher Bell, honestly. Christopher Bell is really, really young. He's a smart race car driver. And if you put him in a position to win, he will win a race. So, yeah. And then moving on to Formula 1, Red Bull Racing, my sponsorship also. Not Red Bull Racing, but Red Bull, my sponsorship. Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, winning all the races. Gotta love it. Don't even have to watch it sometimes, knowing that they could win the race. So, yeah. Anyways, got another probably 10 minutes here. Shorter podcast today because I gotta do some stuff at 12:30 here. So yeah. Haven't gotten to do this podcast in actually quite a while now, and so great to be back hopping on this podcast here. Couldn't do it last week because I was busy last week with work. Worked 3 days last week. And I had my wisdom teeth removed about 2 weeks ago, so I couldn't really talk that much, really, because it would hurt whenever I would talk. So, yeah, ever since my wisdom teeth actually got removed, short story short, I've been actually on the grill, flipping patties, more and more at McDonald's, so I've been getting more experience grilling out. So whenever I'm getting older, I know how to grill hot dogs, I know how to cook the burgers and everything, so yeah, I'm doing more cooking on the grill at McDonald's, and as you guys know, I do work at McDonald's, or most of my followers do know, since most of you guys follow me on Instagram, also, and on Twitch, so yeah, sorry, allergies are just killing me today, just woke up today at 10:30, just, oh great, time to start another day, and my window was open, and allergies in Colorado, you know. Anyways, where was I at? I was on the McDonald's topic. So, McDonald's treats me well. If you're looking for a first job, that's a good first job, any kind of fast food, as long as it gets you money, and I got good things from them, good benefits from them. I have a really, really good manager, and I actually have a birthday that I share with my manager, Rodolfo. So I was actually thinking, since we're exchanging gifts for each other, so he's gonna get me. He said it sounds like he's getting me a jersey, and so I got him a jersey, and hopefully he isn't on, but he bought me. I'm feeling a basketball jersey, so I'll get another jersey, I guess. I have so many jerseys. I've been on a shopping spree these last few weeks, but I'm starting to calm down. And so I have like a Rays jersey. I have 2 White Sox jerseys. I have a Rockies jersey. I have I have a white Rockies jersey, and I had the Rocky City Connect. So I only have 2 Rockies, 2 White Sox, and 1 Rays. So Yeah, and then I have this basketball jersey. I have a normal Nuggets jersey, and then I am looking for. I promised myself the Nuggets won the championship. I'm still looking for a jersey. I still really haven't had the chance over these last few weeks or so to go shopping at like a mall or take time to actually look for a good Nuggets jersey. So whenever the Nuggets are playing again, I'm guessing they'll put the jerseys back out and I'll buy another Nuggets jersey. I'm thinking about buying a white Nuggets jersey that says Denver across it, and or a put have Murray on the back since I already have a Jokic jersey. So, anyways, he probably got me a jersey, but I got him a. He's from Atlanta, so in case he's watching, I got him an Atlanta jersey. So obviously, um, yeah, I hope he isn't really watching, and I hope you're having a fun time back in Atlanta, Rodolfo, and hope you have a safe flight back on Saturday. So yeah, um, his break. Honestly, his team, Atlanta, with the Georgia Bulldogs winning the college football championship, and the Braves winning the World Series. Did they win the World Series last year? Who won the World Series last year? Oh yeah, Astros won the World Series, but the Braves won it 2 or 3 years ago. So I got lost there because I support the Astros also. I have a friend named Caleb. He lives in Montana, but during this most of the summertime he goes to Houston, and in fact he is in Houston right now. So he supports the Astros because there ain't no baseball team in Montana. So yeah. Also with that, the A's. Oh my God, the A's. I was watching highlights last night on the MLB show, and the A's have like 27, 28 wins, and it's like, wow, how many games do you guys lose on the road or at home? It's like, how do you manage to do that? Anyways, I hope they move to Vegas, have a nice ballpark there, view the Las Vegas Strip, the Las Vegas skyline in the background. Been to Vegas 2 years ago, back in February, not this past February, but last February. Um, I would want to go back sometime with a friend, with friends, or my girlfriend, or something like that. So obviously, I am turning 18 in a few weeks, so obviously, I get to finally travel sometimes by myself now. So I hope to do a lot of travel by myself. I want to go to Canada, um, mostly the Vancouver area. Maybe next summer, since Santiago, Chile, or Chile. Some people pronounce it different, but I call it Chile. So when it's summertime up here in the United States, it is wintertime down there because of the equator. So whenever it's our summertime, it is their wintertime, and when it's their summertime, it's our wintertime. So um, it's it's just the Earth. So obviously, I know that right now people are skiing down there in Chile right now. It's probably once it's August, it's like their springtime a little bit. So yeah, I want to go down there to ski in the future. I want to go over to Europe, go see a Formula One race, go in the Alps, go to Italy, um, go to the Mediterranean. Eat, even though I'm somewhat good at Spanish, so I want to go to Spain and Portugal. Really, one country that I wouldn't want to visit is it's like what's that one country? That's just not Germany. It's like Scotland, Sweden. Those I seen they're like boring countries a little bit. Not a lot of things to do there. So yeah, France is I want to say interesting a little bit because I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I think they do have ski resorts out on the eastern part of the country near their mountain range near I don't know if they border Switzerland, but yeah, they have that. You have Paris, France. You have the Eiffel Tower, which is beautiful, which I always see pictures glittering at nighttime, at midnight. And then on the south side of France, you have beaches, exotic places like Monaco, which is a province. It is its own country. So yeah, Monaco, they had the Formula One race there, and it is very, very rich. The poverty level there is close to zero, and so obviously, everyone there drives either Mercedes or higher end cars like a Ferrari, Aston Martin, um, anything Lamborghini. So you go to Monaco, it is just insane. And so yeah, a lot of things that I want to do traveling wise over these next few years before I mostly become a pilot. And once I become a pilot, I could still travel the world basically. And I have a lot of friends that want to go a lot of places. Like I have a coworker named Eduardo. He wants to go to Tokyo. Obviously, he just lives in an apartment by himself mostly, and so um, I hang out with him, and I'm like, yeah, we will go to Tokyo someday. Either if it's in the next few months or so, or either it's in the next 5 years. So yeah, um, my girlfriend wants to go to Egypt. My friend right here wants to go to LA, just make it a boys' trip. We have like a small little friend group, go to LA. I have a friend that's going to community college here, and then next year he's going to Hawaii. So I want to go visit him in Hawaii, and he said he might even live in Hawaii. So yeah, I just love talking about travel. I'm sorry if I'm hooked onto this travel thing, but I just love traveling. So obviously, if you give me like $10 million, I will spend probably. I would keep like $2 million, but the rest of it I would use for travel and stuff. And yeah, I just love like whenever I go traveling, I just soak up every moment of it, even when I'm flying on the airplane, because I fly like back in June. I went to Mexico 1 week, and then I waited 2 or 3 days, and then I sorry, and then I went to Dallas. So yeah, and then 2 weeks before Mexico, I went to Chicago for the drag races and a White Sox game. So yeah, ever since Dallas, I've been chilling here at home. I haven't gotten up to the mountains yet this summer, so I gotta do that sometime. I will find the time to do that, and honestly, it's just to be open here and honest. I scroll through Instagram every once in a while, and it just gets boring at sometimes. Like today, when I was just eating breakfast, I was like, it's like sort of boring a little bit, but I do like seeing people taking pictures of airplanes and posting them. Like I like that, but it's like it gets boring sometimes, and then I hop on YouTube, go through shorts, and every once in a while, and obviously it just gets boring sometimes. So I'm like, what am I doing? So I guess I might as well just go out and then hang out with friends instead of sitting at home being a bum. So yeah, I've noticed that over the past few days or so that I gotta hang out with more friends, and that they're good for me. It's good for my health and everything. So yeah, I've been hanging out with more and more friends over these past few days. So yeah, limiting time on social media and everything. I'm not a social media hater. I'm not one of those people where it's like, oh, it's bad for your health or whatever. It's better than just sitting at home doing nothing. So with that, it is 5 minutes till 12:30. I gotta go pick up my sister from Tier, sadly, and then come back and then hang out with some friends at the pool, just to be open and honest with you guys. And obviously, tomorrow I do not work, so maybe I might do another podcast. I haven't been like completely on top of my podcast or so. I haven't been on top of my podcasts. So yeah, I work Saturday, so no podcast Saturday. If I don't do one Friday, I will be doing one Monday, because I do work always on a Tuesday. So yeah, either Friday, if not Monday. So yeah, I always try and do Mondays. Like last Monday I did one, this Monday I did not. So because I was busy, I was doing stuff. So anyways, with that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you have any suggestions, any comments, or any concerns, like how you do this or any of that, or any kind of like, oh, you should do this your next podcast. So, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This was live on YouTube, my Twitch, and Overwatch. I just hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, any topics that you want me to discuss, I will be happy to discuss that as long as it's appropriate. I will discuss it. Any sports, I'll do it. I'll do it anyways. So yeah, I will see you guys next. I will see you guys either tomorrow or Monday. So yeah, I will see you guys later.